Hi, Ken and Susan. It's great to see you both again today. I hope you and your family have been doing well since the last time we've met. Before we jump into to the financial plan I created, I really wanted to recap our first meeting. In our first meeting, we discussed just the general planning procedures and my role as your advisor, but really dug into your goals and objectives and the things you wanted to achieve in your lifetime. From those goals and objectives and the questions you had, I formulated this plan to help put those items into action and to answer those questions you had and to show you where you stand on achieving your goals and the objectives you set out. Please note that these calculations are subject to change. We've used historical data and assumptions either that you provided me or that I've taken from the market to come up with these calculations, so things may change, but it's important for us to have a two-way communication throughout this process so we can have the most up-to-date information. That's whether if either your salaries change, if the benefits change that you have through your employer, anything of that nature. It's definitely important to, like I said, two-way communication so we know where you stand financially and obtaining your goals. Your main objective was really to retire at age 62 with 70% of your income, and you wanted to know if your current strategy would allow that, and if not, if there's any recommendations I could provide. And I guess according to my calculation, I do have some recommendations, and I have some adjustments will need to be made for you to reach financial independence. But it's important to note that these objectives stay within your current budgets. These adjustments stay within your current budgets. That's not something that you need to change your lifestyle for. Currently have a positive cash flow of about $6,600, and these adjustments will continue to allow you to have a positive cash flow of about $2,000 to $2,500. So I think that's important to know before we even start this, is that your current income, you're almost there. Your budget does allow for you to reach financial independence, and there's nothing drastic that needs to change. I think the main thing you need to consider is moving back your retirement age from 62 to 65. And the reason mainly is because your Social Security benefits. How Social Security works, you can actually start drawing Social Security as early as 62 or as late as age 70. But everything revolves around a full retirement age. And according to the Social Security Administration, both your full retirement ages is 67 years old. And so every year you draw early on that, you actually decrease your benefit by 5 or 6%. And in turn, if you do delay to age 70, each year you delay, you do accrue a delayed retirement credit of 8%. But I know your plan is to retire earlier, so by retiring at age 62 at 5 or 6% a year, you're actually decreasing your Social Security benefit by 30%, which is extremely huge and plays a major impact on your financial independence calculation. By just moving your retirement age back to 65, you're only decreasing it by about 12 or 13%. So that's a 17% gap in there that really plays a large role in allowing your assets to continue growing, and that increased benefit does allow you to cover more of your expenses. So I think that's extremely important to note. Another thing that I think is important to recommend is I think Susan should increase her employee benefit to her 403B plan to 8%. Currently it's at 5%, and her employer does match 0.25% up to 2% of her salary. And so I think it's important for Susan to take full advantage of the 2% salary match that her employer will give. And so by increasing her employee benefit to 8%, she can receive the full 2% match from her employer. And while it may not be that large of an amount, it definitely plays a role and impacts your retirement calculation. There are a few other things I did recommend that will be explained more in detail in my plan. One, it considers her educational funding. I think currently you want to save, and you may be able to pay 100% of that, but I think you can see my calculation why. I think 70% would be a great goal for that. And we also talk about Ken surrendering his life insurance or his current whole life policy and replacing it with a term life policy and using the cash value to help fund for retirement. Also discuss, and it covers one of your goals, is whether or not you should sell or exchange your property. And I think now that your aunt has passed and you're willing to sell, I think the funds that you can use, that the cash that you'll receive from the sale will definitely play a large role into being able for you to reach your financial independence and college saving goals. But there's a lot of great information in here. Like I said, I think it's great to know that you're almost there. The changes that you do need to make are small adjustments, but do allow you to stay within your current budget. I look forward to working with you. Like I said, I think definitely let's keep a two-way communication so we have the most up-to-date plan available for you. Thanks.